Hey, it's Michael Saul. It's Friday, July 8th at 1 a.m., and this is final management of the stock market trading watch list for the week of July 4th, 2011. iRobot Corporation stopped out once it closed above the 78.6% retracement on Wednesday. I thought it was inevitable that it was going to keep going. Target now is the high up there. So that's a loss for the week. Google, okay, fired off above this trigger level I was watching, but, you can see it sold off a little bit after it hit that high. Now we have to get through this resistance, which it nailed here. 551.28. Okay, it went as high as 550.68, so 60 cents shy of that resistance line. So watch that. Now, to me, this is extended, so I'd watch for a pullback, see if it could consolidate, form a pattern, and then bust up through here. Here's Apple. I love Apple. And I'm not the stock in itself, but I just love how these super gurus call this to death, call it to under 300, and now it's popping, and they say, "Oh, we knew this." Just unbelievable. Just please, whatever you do, don't give these people any of your money. Invest it in an education some way. You don't have to give it to me either if you don't want to. That's fine. Just please don't fall for the con with these people that are always right. They say one thing and then it goes the other way, and they tell you, "Oh, I'm happy it went the other way. Oh, I'm glad Apple's up." Oh, really? Well, you were touting it as one of your stocks that you thought was going to die a hard death, and instead it's ripping up, and you're still taking credit for it. So it's just unbelievable. But anyway, Apple looks like it wants to try the high. It's above the 78.6% retracement, so you want to watch that. Talked about Baidu yesterday, I believe. Okay, right at the 78.6% retracement, just sitting there. If it rejects from here, watch the moving averages. If it breaks Thursday's high, then a new high up here is more probable than not based on the Fibonacci levels, okay? But, of course, you always have to wait for entries and stuff like that. I got a question on the metals. Gold, GLD, had a nice pop here after testing and holding the 89 EMA. Still got to get past this congestion here. You can see the 78.6% retracement held. It's another area where everybody got super bullish, and then boom, just fell out of bed there. SLV, okay, 50-day moving average. We want to watch that for resistance there. Oil. I could throw up the mini contract. I actually don't pay for the full contract because I don't trade the CL. If I trade, I'm trading the GM, which is the E-mini crude. Okay, the QM, sorry, which is the E-mini crude. All right. So you get the bounce here. You have the moving averages right here on oil. So we may find a little pause here, but if it can gear up and bust through, I don't know, maybe it gets a retracement of this little swing down. But this is a push down, 200-day, consolidate, finally break it. Now it's coming up to test it again. I'd be watching this real carefully for potential resistance and a potential shorting opportunity. All right, Goldman, we looked at that little mini pattern it had, and it popped out of it, but it didn't get anywhere. Wound up forming a doji. Up $1.41, it says. That's, I think, including after-hours stuff here. But it really didn't do anything. It formed a doji. I guess if you traded it, fine, but otherwise, didn't have a great close. And Research in Motion, talking about how horrible it looked, and it said, "Poo-poo to you," and it got an almost 5% gain in Thursday's trade. So you can watch that one too. Caterpillar. Okay, Caterpillar had this little doji here, gap up in a doji. Let's throw the Fibonacci tool up here and see what we got. You can see it's sitting right on the 78.6% retracement. Did close above it, so if it rips, good. If not, if it pulls in, watch the gap fill first and then the moving averages. That's it. Talk to everybody over the weekend. I'm going to try to do my Fibonacci video over the weekend. I'm still laying out the PowerPoint slide, so once I get that done, I will be throwing it up on the new site, which I will let everybody know about more than likely next week, and we'll take it from there. Have a great trading day on Friday. Watch that job number for a potential gap and crap, especially if it gets a nice size gap up. And more on that in the S&P video, which you can find on the blog. Have a great trading day Friday, great weekend.